Fred Donaldson, and
Axel Scheffler.
From the Creatures of the Gruffalo. We're gonna read the Gruffalo soon.
The snail and the whale. Ooh.
This is the tale of a tiny snail and a great big gray blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soup, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. You don't have a foot. The sea snail flittered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships at the dock. As she gazed, she sniffed and sighed. The sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail, said the tiny snail.
Oh, e olha que interessante aqui o mar, com as gaivotas voando.
Have you read Room Under Broom? Well, this is the cat from Room Under Broom, if you know that.
Yes.
Look. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wiggle, sit still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sniffed and sighed, then cried, "I've got it, I'll hitch a ride." The sea snail sniffed, sighed. It's all S and then it's making me roll.
Tudo começa com S, né?
Sit still, stay.
Tem muitos S's, e é verdade.
This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that loops and curls and said, "Ride wanted around the world." Silvery said,
Yes.
"Ride wanted around the world." And he just let me.
Uau, olha a baleia.
This
Como ela
one
é
to sleep.
grande.
This one to sleep. Like, I hear a noise. Bird, wake up, wake up. This is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale immensely long, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me."
Aww. Come sail with me.
I'm sleeping the whole entire night. This is the sea so wild and free that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far off land.
Uau, olha quanto gelo.
Look at this guy.
Icebergs.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, ele tá meio desconfiado, né?
With fiery mountains and golden sand.
O que é esse Fiery Mountains?
Volcanoes.
Vulcão. Olha o macaquinho olhando o vulcão.
Maybe. He's like, warning, there's a volcano over there. Be
careful.
If you can't see it, there's a little tiny bug like you. Tiny bug.
É verdade.
These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale.
Tubarão.
Everybody panic! Everybody panic! That's not a nice... Hey, snail, you're smiling, but that's not a nice guy! These are the caves beneath the waves, and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. Oh, they're hunting. See, they're going in a circular.
É. E olha, tá todo mundo preocupado. O que será que vai acontecer? O que será que vai acontecer? Oh!
This fish and this fish.
É. O que é isso aqui?
It's an octopi. You might think it's smiling, but if you turn the book, then you'll see that it's an octopi.
É.
Octopus.
Octopus.
Because if there's more than one, it's called octopi. Sorry. I just like the word. This is the sky so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm. Is he getting married? Are those crabs getting married?
Eu acho que sim. Acho que eles vão se casar. Eles estão muito felizes.
Sometimes filled with a thunderstorm. With zigzag lightning flashing and frightening the tiny snail on the tail of the whale.
Oh, man! Olha a tempestade. Drum. Drum.
I think this is a hurricane.
Drum.
I think this is a hurricane.
Eu acho que é uma tempestade.
That's one of my favorite animals.
Yeah.
And to gaze at the sky, the sea, and the land, the waves, the caves, and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all, and said to the whale, I feel so small.
So small. Oh, tão pequenininha.
She's very small, actually.
É verdade, né? Se ela comparar com o tamanho da baleia, ela é bem pequenininha. Uau, olha as unhas desse urso. Olha isso.
Eyes have bigger.
É?
Eyes. But then came the day when the whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. This is the tide slipping away.
Viu? As pessoas, elas com seus jet skis e seus barcos e suas lanchas fazem muito barulho e assustam as baleias. Oh. É.
I'm gonna put a sign.
Tadinha.
I'm gonna put a sign saying no speedboats. Save the whale.
Save the whales. Aqui ela ficou encalhada, tadinha. Olha. Olha a carinha dela, como ela tá triste. Oh.
And this is the whale line beached in a bay. Quick, off sand, back to sea, cried the snail. I can't move on land, I'm too big, moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, I've got it, she cried, and started to crawl. I must not fail, said the tiny snail. She's not so small. She looks like she's at least 30 years old.
E sabe o que é legal? Que ela mesmo tão pequenininha, ela teve uma ideia para ajudar a baleia que é bem grandona, né?
Wait. If she went that way, she might go to the school, I think.
Será? Vamos ver.
This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, sit straight, don't talk. This is the board as black as soup. And this is the snail with the itchy foot. A snail, the teacher turns pale. Look, say the children, it's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, save the whale.
Uau, que legal, ela é tão inteligente, ela escreveu Save the Whale. Para todas as pessoas, todas as crianças irem lá salvar a baleia.
Do you like whales?
Isso! Uau! Vamos ver o que vai acontecer.
These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool,
Uau!
squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool.
Ai, que legal, tá todo mundo ajudando as baleias.
And I don't care about them. And they don't really care about getting wet or dirty. They're helping the whale.
Que legal.
This is the tide coming into the bay. And these are the villagers shouting, "Hooray!" as the whale and the snail traveled safely away.
Ai, que lindo. E todo mundo tão feliz que eles conseguiram salvar a baleia.
Not everyone.
Ele tá emocionado, ele tá triste porque a baleia foi embora, mas ele está emocionado.
Wait. What about this girl? She has her eyebrow going down like she's mad.
Não, acho que ela tá feliz. Ela tá parecendo
Não.
que tá fazendo um sorriso.
No, she's like... Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, "Has time flown? And haven't you grown?" She's the biggest of all snails. And this is the whale and the snail. And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves, and of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. The humpback whale held out his tail and on crawled snail after snail after snail.
Viu? Não importa se você é pequenininho ou se você se acha pequenininho. Olha como ela foi forte e conseguiu salvar uma baleia gigante. Uau! Essa história é muito legal.
And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the great blue humpback whale.
Oh.
Is there one more page?
And... Uau, que livro mais legal!
Oi, pessoal, tudo bem? Uau, que historinha mais legal essa de hoje! Eu sempre tive vontade de ter um melhor amigo como esse. E você? Você também tem melhores amigos? Será que eu consigo ver alguma baleia nesse mar para ser a minha melhor amiga? Baleia!